over here. I'm going to start by talking this way, and then we're going to go over to the far side of the table. So we won't make you walk too much. Did everyone put their names in for the ballot for a draw? Yes? Did you put your names in? Great. $100 gift card. That's pretty fun. Okay. Are we good?
Just do a quick introduction.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for coming tonight. We're so excited to have Amanda Forrest here, Canadian design expert, and she is going to take you beyond the tree.
Yes. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Well, this is the first time I've hosted a workshop like this in an Urban Barn store, even though I've been working with Urban Barn for a couple of years now. In fact, been a huge fan of theirs for a good 10 plus years. So I worked with clients all throughout Canada, and the steady thread was that most times Urban Barn was one of the stores that seemed to always be available, even in some locations where there wasn't a lot of shopping to be had at the time. So I'm glad to have seen that the brand has expanded so well, and that I can be here in Vancouver tonight and be welcomed at our Park Royal store and have all you friendly faces staring at me. So this is not a stuffy event. This is for fun. If you want to jump in and say anything, if you want to say that my idea is terrible, or you want to say it's been done before, or you want to compliment, or you've got another idea of your own that you want to share with us, please feel free to pop in and say it. We are going to be shooting this for Facebook Live, but you guys are not on camera, so don't feel intimidated. Just please talk to me like a real person. I have design dilemmas just like you guys, and so I like to get your feedback while we're talking. I have to stop for water every now and then because I'm fighting not losing my voice, so hopefully it holds out for the full hour. And let's get started. So the reason why I wanted to start here at the front of the store with this beautiful bed is because I think sometimes our bed linens are maybe something that we don't necessarily think about changing for the winter season. So they can be a little bit forgotten. But I personally love to be able to change over my linens into something that feels a lot more cozy, a lot more wintry, a lot more comforting as the days get darker and colder, even though we're here in beautiful Vancouver where it's not quite as dark and cold as it is in some parts of the country. So in layering a bed, most of us have an existing duvet, but the great thing about what we've got in store here is we've got a range of duvet covers. So we've shown a few of them on television. This is one of my favorite ones though, because it's got this kind of amber tree, kind of an ethereal effect to it. So I think it's very cozy, just that in itself, and you can just simply put it over top of any kind of duvet that you've already got, okay? And it comes with pillow shams too, which I think is really pretty. But from there, I always want to layer in some faux fur. So let's talk about how hot faux fur is for the season. It was super popular this year, and it's come back with a vengeance in all different colors and all different weights and textures this year. So I've got this beautiful white layered in, very chic feeling on top of our really pretty ethereal tree design, and I think this looks so luxurious. It comes also with some nice kind of Eurosham looking sizes. Isn't this nice? So if you've already got whatever color scheme you've already got going, this would be a really easy add-in for you. And I think it just makes you want to curl up. It just makes you want to read a book in bed. If you have the luxury of having a guest room, which not all of us have, this would be a pretty chic guest room. I would come and sleep at your house and I would never leave, right? We've got a few other really nice faux fur products too. These have been super hot sellers this year. I was thinking this would be a gorgeous cape, but it's actually a tree skirt. These have been one of our biggest sellers, and I think they're really pretty. And so again, depending on what decor you have, this would go with pretty much everything. It just adds in a layer of luxury, hides the bottom of the tree, whether it be real or artificial. And if you have a dog, your dog will sleep under the tree. I assure you, I have a French bulldog, and she sleeps on my tree skirt under the tree. Super cute. So the furs themselves, they come in a variety of different colors. This is another kind of like a deep purple kind of color comes in. I think it's a really great gift because it comes with the strapping in it. So think about giving this to somebody as a holiday gift as well. Really, really pretty. This would be a great color if those of you have kind of a gray toned home. This color looks really great with it and is a great way to warm up the gray over the winter season. What else? We've got these stockings too. So stockings make great gifts for people too. I know we've put bottles of wine in a stocking maybe, or just fill them with a bunch of things like tree ornaments, or you could do things like chocolates and coffees, and actually package this up as a gift for someone. But of course, strung along a mantle, if you have the luxury of having a beautiful fireplace, these would look super beautiful. I know my girls would probably wear these as socks and run around the house. That has happened actually. So, so think about adding in, like I said, lots of layers of interest. They sell all sorts of the duvet covers and also all of the different colors of folders in the store tonight. So feel free to have a look around. And for those of you who watched me on TV, you know the more accent pillows, the better. So we're showing like 2, 4, like 8 pillows on the bed. I don't know. That would be a minimum for me. I have like a pillow obsession. I don't know why. So. Anyway, so that's our bedroom vignette. Does anybody have any questions about layering in linens in your bedroom? Everybody has gorgeous, luxurious bedrooms already. It's amazing. That lady's like, no, I do not. Well, any questions online for us tonight? Nope? Okay. So let's move along. If we could just shimmy over to the far side of the table, and then I'm going to kind of stand behind the table, TV style, and go through some points on how to decorate for the holidays. So follow me. All right, guys. How are we doing? Are you ready to be blown away? Really? Uh-oh. Come on over. I like looking at your nice faces. It's a lot nicer for me to talk to people. I'm not good actually at talking to cameras. I like talking to people. Okay, as we get started, I should talk about the contest we have running too. So is anyone here on Instagram? Are we connected, any of us on Instagram? We all should be. Oh, you are. And you? Well, we should be. So Amanda Forrest Style or Urban Barn on Instagram, we should all be connected with each other because then we can share some great ideas. But if you are on Instagram, you might want to tag UB Home How To. So UB Home How To with a photo of what we're talking about tonight, things you see in the store, or things you're trying in your own house with Urban Barn product, because you could win a $200 gift card to the store. So tomorrow they're going to be looking at it. You win $200. That's pretty awesome. For those of you who are in the store with us tonight and you put your name in the ballot at the door, we're giving away $100. We're going to draw your name after this, $100 worth of Urban Barn products. So you could go home with more than what you started with, that's for sure. And to top it off, we should talk about ornaments. So ornaments tonight are buy one, get one free. That's pretty awesome. So buy one for yourself, one for your friend, or 2 for yourself. 'Tis the season to give to yourself as well. They make really great hostess gifts, and we'll talk a little bit later about some of the unique things we can do with ornaments and how we can decorate with them. Okay, so anyone hosting a holiday party this year? I'm not this year. This is the only year you are? How many people are coming to your house for a holiday?
About 23.
23 people. Alrighty. Good for you. I'm impressed. Are you going to cook for everyone, or do you ask people to bring their own dishes?
No, I'm going to cook for everyone.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'd like to get invited to your house next time. I'd happily come over. That'd be fantastic. So this year I'm going to do more of a sit-down dinner style get-together, but I have done holiday parties in the past. So what we're going to talk about tonight is ways to dress a table is what we're going to start with. But this would apply to you whether you are hosting something where you're going to have a party with people walking all the way around the table, or you're going to have more of a sit-down dinner. At the same time, if you've got a small space, much of what I'm going to talk about now would work on something like a side table as a display as well, so we can kind of cater it to different styles. I know myself, I've actually recently just downsized, and it has given a whole new meaning to what downsize really means. I work with a lot of clients who have gone to smaller spaces, but I recently have, and let me tell you, having 47 throw pillows, there's hardly any rooms to put them in now, so I'm looking at small space solutions myself. Okay, so on the same hand, if any questions pop up online that you want to ask, go ahead and fire away, and I'll be happy to answer those as well. So look at this gorgeous table. If we have the luxury of having a house that will support a table this size, you can easily seat 10, 12 people around here. It would be absolutely fantastic. But from there, I want to figure out a way to incorporate some, dynamic, interesting tablescapes on the table, which we were talking about earlier, that I kind of find a little bit challenging because I want to have something that looks nice, looks great from all the way around the table, doesn't interfere too much with people when we're trying to talk if we are sitting down for dinner. So I've come up with a solution with some products that you can buy in the store that I think would work for almost every occasion. So to start with, I've got this really nice, so I call this tulle, they call it jute on here. They sell this by the package in the store in all different colors. And this stuff, I'm telling you, is your friend during the holidays. You could wrap yourself in it if you want to, but basically it could go around your front door, it can go on a mantle, it can go on a Christmas tree, on a tablescape, and it's just a great all-around product. It's easy for all age ranges to play around with and have a good time with, and great for arts and crafts too. So, and look how much is in the roll, so it's gonna go a long way. So to get started, this has simply just been unrolled across the table. So again, if you've got a side table you want to create this on, or you could maybe do a similar effect on a mantle where you would just kind of drape it across, simply roll it across the table. And then at the end here, I've used some branches to just kind of group it together and create some interest at the end of the table. So if you had someone sitting there, you wouldn't maybe want to do that. But again, this is something where you could kind of have it draped across the mantle and then have some greenery or some, like we've got these acorns at the end of the table. So really pretty effect. And I feel like when we're doing a tablescape, it's all about layering. Much like what we talked about with the bedding, is it's just more interesting if you start kind of from a base and you start, adding things together. One of the styling points we talk about with clients is to often buy twice as much as what you think you will need, because it's surprising how many accessories you use just to make things look complete. So in the stores here, it can be a little bit deceiving as you're walking around. You think, oh, that's amazing, I want to have that look. But when you get home, you've got only a few pieces. It doesn't quite have the strength to it. So try to buy twice as much as what you think you might need. So next I've used these really nice copper placemats. These are really pretty because they're wipeable, so they work great. I feel like to add in a bit of sparkle to make my wreaths pop. If I had to just put these right down on to the jute, it would look nice, but it wouldn't quite have that sparkle effect to it. So I've done 2 of them here, and then I've taken a wreath and just put it in the center of the table. So this is just a wreath that you would have normally hanging on the wall. But just to do something that's interesting and easy, and we're all really busy this time of year, so we kind of want to have stuff that we can be like, yeah, I spent hours planning this party, when really you did it in 15 minutes, so this will work for you. So just put it down the table like that, layer in some candles. Most of us have some candles, but they've also got some great ones in the store. And I think the trick to making them really look their best is to layer in different heights. So once these are lit, they're going to be really nice and sturdy as a base. And actually the placemat will also help with any candle drippings that might come off. So I've done 2 here, and already I feel like, okay, I'm kind of starting to go somewhere with this, but then I wanted to add a bit of height. So we've got these pretty trees, and why do I want to add height? I want to do this because I feel like this looks a little bit flat, but when I was trying to come up with an idea of what to add, I didn't want anything that was going to be too heavy, so you'd be like, hey Jim, how's it going? You can't see each other. So I'm just going to place these along the table. So now you can see how our look is starting to take shape. So if you were having a holiday party, you could easily just walk all the way around the table. It looks great from all sides. And I think that's something to really keep in mind when you're trying to come up with a composition for your center tablescape. So next to that, I've layered in some gorgeous bowls. Now again, we don't necessarily think about maybe switching out our dishes for the winter, but if you have the space to do it, it's a really nice thing to do. These ones, mind you, I feel like could transition really beautifully into summer as well, with more of a kind of, coastal summery feel to them, but really pretty mix and match. So here's that layering effect again. You just simply add to the table like so. I like to add in a Christmas ornament. This one I think is really pretty with the feathers, because it kind of plays on the brown that's in the trees and has a textural element. You could add a nice maybe green ribbon around here and then just use like a Sharpie to write your guest name or something on it. Really cute. Then they can take it home. So an inexpensive gift, a gift that looks great. Then you can decide where you want people to sit also, so that they don't get to the table and start fighting. So if you don't want like Aunt Jenny to sit with Uncle Bill or whatever, then you can sort all that out ahead of time, and then they just gracefully come and sit down. Next to that, I'm adding in a few greens. Now, some of these things maybe, you know, in the end you'll want to clear them away when the food gets there, but for me it's all about the decor. So I could easily put the food in the kitchen. So you go in the kitchen, get the food, but I want to make sure the table looks nice. So, but for all you foodies out there, you're going to want to have more food, less decorations probably. So, so these are some really pretty foliage. We decided these are acorns, I think we're right. And because they're movable branches, you can just kind of easily stick them around wherever feels comfortable to you. And then I want to layer in, I'm going to fix this guy over here, this way. And then I want to layer in some artificial greens. So you can do real pine boughs mixed in too, because you're going to get the scent from the pine boughs, which I think would be really nice. But I particularly like these greens because they look like they've got ice on them, which is really nice. So like that. And these can go really anywhere in the house. And I feel like although they have, you know, certainly a Christmas decoration, they have more of a wintry kind of connotation to them. So you're going to get some longevity out of them. Maybe just add them to existing planters and stuff. So I would probably just weave these in and out. I'm going to bend this around because I don't really want to have that sticking in my bowl. I'm just going to take a few branches here. So again, we're talking about layering, right? So kind of play around with it, whichever you see fit. You're going to get some height too from using some glassware. We don't have glassware in our display tonight, but they've got lots of great ones in the store. Just kind of wrap them around. And you can keep going as much or as little as you like on it, but I feel like we're starting to be able to build on something that would go in most any decor and be really easy to do. And you could easily pack this away at the end of the holiday season, pop it right back out next year. So do we like this? Mm-hmm. Yes, we would do this? You got a question, go.
I have a question, and you commented when you said, oh, between the food and the decor. But a lot of us have, well, I have a narrower table than that, and when I plan my dinner and the family is there at Christmas, there's all of these dishes of food to pass around, and then you go like, well, and we have to take the candles off because of the small children, and you know, so are there some practical and attractive ways of bridging that situation?
Well, certainly I can actually speak to, for sure, having the candles at the table with small children. And one of the things I like to do is put the candles inside of a vase. So we also sell vases in the store. So the smaller candles can go inside a glass, or larger candles can go inside of a vase that you normally put flowers in. And then an extra tip is to put a little bit of water at the bottom of the vase or in the votive cup. That way, if it tips over or anything like that, the water is going to spill with it. Or if the candle, for some reason, in the smaller ones is allowed to, you know, unattended burn all the way down, it's gonna put itself out. And you might want to do, like in the case of having a narrower table, maybe some of the green sprigs, you might omit them because it would just be too fussy and get in the way. So we might just, you know, pare it down to something that's more linear. I might take these away, but still do maybe double up on the candles, so I've got like a nice long effect in the table, because I understand it is a really nice wide table we have here, but not all of us are able to have a table that size. It's a great question. We have questions online too.
We do. Apart from red and green, what is the color of the season?
Oh, well, copper seems to be really hot this season for sure, but I'm a fan of mixing all metals together. So if you had red and gold last year, or you had, gold and silver last year, add in some copper, add in some, any kind of sparkle really. I think the more the merrier, to be honest. Great question though, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, so we'll move along to our next tip. How about that? We've got a few different ones, so I think I'm going to set these aside just so that I can make sure that everybody's got some good viewing space. Move these back over here. Okay, and I'm going to take away my wreath and just set it back here. Are you having fun so far?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. That's good. Because I'm like, I hope I didn't just come here for nothing to bore the life out of people. It's not supposed to be like that. Okay, so we've cleared. Does everybody have a good view? Can you see okay over there? Okay. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Christmas ornaments. And there's about 1 million to choose from in the store. And like we said tonight, they're buy one, get one free at the store. So I will be shopping for myself as well. But some of the ones I particularly pulled and wanted to draw your attention to was this sweet thing. How cute is that? So I feel like some of these ornaments end up becoming, isn't she pretty? They end up becoming heirloom ornaments, and they're not a lot of money. You know, they're like $12. They look cute. And this is such a great hostess gift to give to somebody. I think we can package it up beautifully or give it with a bottle of wine or a box of chocolates, and it really looks great. Totally coastal. This one I think is really nice too. It's a message in a bottle. So continuing kind of along a coastal theme, there's a little note in there. I thought that one was neat. We've got this guy who is a little sea creature, an octopus, I would say. So think about looking around the store for one of a kind, like I said, almost like an heirloom feeling or a vintagey kind of feeling that you can do with ornaments. Now, I'm a huge collector of ornaments and I don't like to throw any of them away, so I have boxes and boxes. And so I'm a little bit challenged now with my downsizing as to what I'm going to do with all these ornaments. So a couple of things that I come up with that work well for me. So one is to maybe take some of your more special pieces, you know, whichever ones are important to you. And you can just hang a ribbon around them and think about using a pin to hang them in your window. So just at varying heights, it doesn't have to be difficult math, just something that's hanging at different heights along the window is a way to use them. This is especially great too if you're not able to put up a Christmas tree or prefer not to put one up for size restrictions. Think about doing that. You can group them together in a bowl, as I have done here, put them on a coffee table. You can think about stringing them along a mantle, something like that. We've filled up things like glass vessels to create, again, for the tablescape. Maybe if you don't want to use candles, you could do various ornaments that are filled up in a vase. Look at this guy here. He's going to be a good seller too. I'm an aunt now, so everything I look at, I'm an aunt for a month. And so I have a little baby girl niece that I have to buy about a gazillion things for, and I'm like, she would love this ornament. I'm 4 weeks old, she would love this ornament. So I actually have babies on the mind right now because of that. So yeah, think about giving them as gifts. I mean, we talked, there's so many in the store, we actually had a hard time kind of pulling them together. I know some people are really themey about their Christmas tree, and some people aren't. I'm not really, because I have to incorporate like my children's clothespin reindeer ornaments along with the fancy ones, and they're just little, so they put all of their special clothespin ornaments like right at the front, right at eye level where everyone can see them. So but I know it's a funny debate because when we talk with clients about it, some clients must have, you know, the wilderness tree. Some clients have rooms that have blue trees or red trees in another room or whatever. So I think in the store tonight, the trees look beautiful and there's going to be something for everybody. There's even some really smart aleck sayings on some of them, like the one that's behind you. I thought it said, "Mary, kiss my face." It doesn't say "Mary, kiss my face," but that's a really great gift for somebody who has everything. They probably don't have that. Okay. Okay. So let's continue talking about decorating with picture frames. How about that? We'll move on. So picture frames are just a great gift to give to the person who has everything. I love getting picture frames. It's kind of like pillows to me, where I don't think I can have enough of them. But some of the more interesting things you can do with them is thinking about just adding to the image. You don't have to take your old image out. You can just plunk this right over top. So take a card maybe that you've received in years past, or something you've printed online. It could be a pretty piece of you know, gift wrapping paper like this one we've done here. And just add it to the inside of the frame. If you're giving this as a gift, you could also print a picture of maybe you and the person together in black and white or something like that to give. Sorry, I don't want to leave you out over there. I like groupings of 3. We've got 4 here just because this card was too cute and we didn't want to not use it. So another thing I've done with smaller frames. So if you have a large Christmas tree, you can take a smaller frame and print a black and white image on it and start nestling the frames throughout the tree. And then you kind of get this, you know, you can do pictures of kids with Santa's years past or something like that, which looks really great. So just another way to maybe add in a little bit of sort of Christmas spirit that doesn't take up a lot of space, and you can reuse this throughout the year. So there's a great tip there. Do you guys give a lot of frames for gifts for people? You can put a gift card in the frame too. That works nicely. Gift cards are always a nice idea. Okay. All right, guys, how are we holding up? My voice is holding up too, which is really exciting. I don't want to have to like mime the whole night. I'm going to take a little quick drink of water. Okay. I'm going to also take a prediction of who's going to win $100 tonight. I have a feeling. I already have a feeling in my mind. Okay. Let's talk more about gift giving. How about that? Again, we're pressed for time. These are super easy gifts to give. And to wrap, and you'll look spectacular when you show up at someone's home with this. And they'll think you spent all this time wrapping these beautiful boxes in gorgeous vintage paper, blah, blah, blah. But really, you picked them up at Urban Barn. So they come in a variety of boxes. There's some piled on the table in the little vignette here. These are really nice. And I found out about these in trying to hide clients' remotes that we didn't want to look at on coffee table. Everyone's getting excited to the left. So, you know, having this beautiful coffee table, and we would have beautiful books on it and candles and all this stuff, and then the remote. So think about using something like this to maybe to hide the remote in, or loose change, or hide your keys, or we were saying like if you needed to hide your millions of dollars, you could hide them in the books and nobody would ever know it's there. So you could put a gift card in here. We've got some really cool wine charms and things like that that you could add in here for a hostess gift. And then we've taken more of that tool. So here it is in white. This is the same as this one, but it's done in this white. And again, you're gonna have a lot of it left over because it comes in this giant roll. So, or do this first, and then when your dinner party's done, take this off and wrap it around the gift. That would totally work too. So we just put a gift inside, wrapped it up really pretty like this. I know too, I've used this to wrap around the napkins on the table. So you want to wrap around, stick a little sprig of greenery in there, and it kind of keeps on going. So it holds up really well. And like I said, it makes everything look kind of easy to do because it's quite pliable. We've actually behind you there in the tree, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's that gray kind of floret that's shoved in the tree there. So it's a great way to use the leftover pieces, and you just kind of group it together, and you can hold it with an elastic or some tape, and then just shove it in the hole in the tree, and it'll kind of fill it up and make it kind of look designer showroom-like. So I thought this was a really nice idea. Was this something you guys would like to get and like to give? Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Great idea for the remotes.
You like that? I know, right? Haha. You just have to remember you put it in the box. That's the thing. You just have to remember you put it in the box. Or don't tell your husband where it is, and then your partner won't be able to watch TV. Okay, let's keep going with some other unique gift wrapping ideas. Okay, so I think throws are also a really nice gift to get and also to give. So these ones are throws that are available in the store. So for the person who has everything, for male, female, young or old, everybody kind of likes to get a fresh new blanket. And these ones are really pretty because they're really soft. This one I love. I think this one's so nice. Some of these I feel like I could wear. It's kind of like wearing the tree skirt. I think I would wear these also because they're so pretty. I'll slide this over. So from here you're going to take any box. So it could be a shoe box, that's probably about the right size, and fill it with whatever you're going to give. I was thinking if you're giving a throw, you might want to do like some gourmet hot chocolate, cookies, something like that inside, so it's like a welcoming, warming kind of gift. You could also do hey grandma, update your living room, would you? And put like a candle and a picture frame in it, and to be like, hint, hint, here, you need to update your house. And then you're just gonna lay out the blanket, put the box in the middle, and then you're just like taking all four corners of it, and you're gonna just tie it together in one big knot. So this is what you end up with, and then we just kind of added in this little bauble. But I think it's a really kind of unique way to give a gift, and really kind of three-dimensional. I like how it kind of it stands up and looks pretty. It would look great under a tree, I feel like, and I like the colors. So essentially everything you're giving in here is something that's usable. So you like that? Yeah. Good? All right. Okay, am I running out of ideas? Jazz hand ideas. Do we have anything else, or we've actually talked our whole way through it, I think, now? I think that's all the ideas I have for you tonight. Do you have any questions? Do you have any ideas for me? Have you used something in the store that I don't know I could use to do something cool with?
The lamps are very effective behind.
I like those, right? I know, they look like kind of punched lace, I was thinking, right? And actually, if it wasn't for this display, the store had them beautifully kind of laid out along the sideboard, and they cast really pretty shadows on the wall. My girls have this one in their room, and it casts beautiful bird shadows on their room at night. So really, really pretty. How much is this? $59. Great gifts too for people. This would be great for my little niece. See, that's all I can think about now. A little owl. I know, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, we're not quite there yet, but you should invent that. Sell it to Urban Barn. So I'll be around the store for a while. If you guys have some questions, or you have decorating questions, or if you want to ask me questions about behind the scenes with the show, a lot of people want to talk about that. That's fine too. It's really a night just to chill and relax. I'm gonna get a refreshment too, and I'm gonna draw a name. I hope I get to be the one to draw the name tonight. And but enjoy your time shopping, and I just really appreciate it, guys, that you guys made your way into the store tonight. It means a lot to me, because sometimes when I'm talking to the television, I'm not completely sure who my audience is. I don't get to see the reactions on your faces. So when you make the effort to fight the traffic and come out in the rain and everything, it really means a lot to me. So thank you, and I'm happy to get to know you guys better. Thank you.